Hi students, welcome to Greater Chennai Corporation's YouTube channel. Every time we meet with a new topic, today we are going to see a very interesting topic which will improve your vocabulary if you use it in your day-to-day conversation. Let's see Unit 3 vocabulary, idioms, phrases and phrasal verbs. English is a very beautiful language which has a lot of expressions. If you make use of these idioms, the language will become flowery. Here are idioms and phrases. What are idioms? Idioms are a group of words put together as a unit with a particular meaning. The meaning of the word is not literal. Note down, it is not literal at all. For example, if one says that the cat is out of the bag, see here in the pic, the cat is out of the bag. It does not literally mean that the cat is out of the bag, but it has a figurative meaning. Remember, it does not have a literal meaning, but it has a figurative meaning, which means the secret is out. Is it clear? The cat is out of the bag means the secret is out. That is why the meaning of idioms cannot be assumed based on the individual meaning of the words, but by studying the words as a unit. Let's look at the next example. See here, Lalita takes a late night walk in the beach once in a blue moon. Do you think once in a blue moon means a blue moon? No, not at all. Once in a blue moon means rarely. What does it mean? Rarely. So, the meaning is Lalita takes a late night walk in the beach rarely. In the above sentence, once in a blue moon is an idiom. What is it? It is an idiom. It is not having any literal meaning, but it has a figurative meaning, which means an event that happens rarely. Now let's look at the next example. The women cricketers were on the ball in the last over of the match. What do you mean by on the ball? Do you think that it means that they were standing on the ball? No, not at all. Because the meaning of on the ball is knowledgeable and competent, alert, in command of senses. It can be attentive or understands the situation well. It can also be quick to understand and react to a situation. In this particular sentence, the women cricketers were quick to understand and react to the situation in the last over of the match. So, in the above sentence, on the ball is an idiom which means when someone understands the situations well. Is it clear, children? Now, next we move on to what is a phrase. A phrase, on the other hand, is a small group of words put together as a conceptual unit. It does not take a figurative meaning. See, when you saw idioms, it took what? It took the figurative meaning and it was not literal. It's just the opposite. So, phrase does not take a figurative meaning, but the meaning of the word is literal. It does not include the subject-verb pairing which is necessary to make a clause. To make a clause, you need a subject and a verb, but in a phrase, you does not need subject-verb pairing. Look at these examples. Looking stunning is an example of phrase. To live and breathe, comfortable bed is also an example of phrase. Now look at these examples where you will see a few phrases. Next week, Prashant has planned to visit the countryside. See, here is a countryside. In the above sentence, to visit the countryside is a phrase. It has a literal meaning. To visit a countryside means it has a conceptual meaning, which means going on a visit to the countryside. Do you understand, children? The next example is the child hid under the stairs when the mother called her for a bath. See here, a child hiding under the stairs. It has a literal meaning. So, a phrase will have a literal meaning. In the above sentence, under the stairs is a phrase. We now move on to the most important topic, phrasal verb. What is a phrasal verb, children? A phrasal verb is an idiomatic phrase consisting of a verb with a preposition or adverb or both, as the very word suggests that phrasal verb. So it has a verb in it, the meaning of which is different from the meaning of its separate parts. Example, see to means, see is the verb and to is a preposition. So verb plus preposition. As I told you, a phrasal verb will consist of a verb and preposition. Look down on is an example of verb plus adverb plus preposition. Look down on. Now here is a slide with a lot of phrasal verbs for you. Now let's refresh ourselves with a small memory test. Shall we? I will give you 10 seconds. The video will play on now. Once it comes to 0, you will have to recall all the words that you have recollected in your memory. Shall we start now? Quickly grasp all the words that are in this particular slide. The countdown starts now. Can you recall, children? Come on, tell me who has memorized more number of phrasal verbs? Come on, tell me. Yes? 10. Excellent. Very good. 12. Super. Awesome. You? 11. Excellent, children. Okay, we will now move on to the next slide. You must use these phrasal verbs in your day-to-day conversation. See, let's look at the same slide again. How many have you missed? Just have a look at it. Find out, read over, bring up, stand up, get through with, pick up, take after, check up on, get by, fill up, look after, blow up, get over, put off. The list goes on and on. Okay? Was it interesting, children? Now let's move on to the types of phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs can be transitive or intransitive. Transitive phrasal verbs can be separable or inseparable. Now look at this. Phrasal verbs, I told you, can be transitive and intransitive. What is a transitive phrasal verb? That which has an object in it, and in intransitive phrasal verb does not need an object. See here, transitive phrasal verb will need an object. Look at this example. Look after your dog. So, look after what? Look after your dog. So, your dog is an object here. In the intransitive, it does not need direct object at all. Look at this example. I wake up when? At 6 a.m. So, it does not need a direct object. And this transitive phrasal verb is further divided into separable and inseparable. Phrasal verbs, the phrasal verb can be separated. Look at this example, turn off the TV. It can also be written as turn it off. But whereas in inseparable, you cannot separate it. I will look after him. Look after will come together. Look at these examples here. Sit down, stand up, pick up. These are, I have added so that you have a better picture of them, so that you will remember. Wake up, take away, see, verb plus preposition. Sit down, stand up, verb plus preposition. Pick up, wake up, take away, throw away, turn on. See, verb plus preposition. Turn off, grow up. Here are a few phrasal verbs along with the meanings. Turn around. Turn around means to stop being unsuccessful. Break off, to end a relationship. Cut out, to shape or form by cutting. Tuck in, to put a child into bed. Give away, to give something without asking for anything. Take back, to retract something you said. Hang up, to suspend all in a hanger. turn in, to go to bed, call off, to cancel, tear off, to remove with force. You can go this slide in detail and come to know more meaning about all these phrasal verbs. The next we move on to the look. This verb has different prepositions attached to it. See here, when you use the same verb with a different particle, the meaning changes. Verb look will remain the same, but only the particle changes, and so the meaning also changes. See here, look to means to rely on, look up, to find information in a book or map or a timetable. Look ahead means to think about what is going to happen in the future. Look back means think about something that happened in the past. Look for. What is the meaning of look for? Try to find something. Now look forward to means feel pleased and excited about something that is going to happen. Look in. Look in means visit a person or place for a short time. Look on. Watch something without taking part yourself. Now look out means watch what is happening and be careful. Look around. Turn to look at something behind you. Look through. Look through means read something quickly and briefly. So do you understand, children? What I wanted to stress is the same verb look along with a different particle to, up, ahead, back, for, forward to, etc. will have a different meaning. The meaning changes. We now proceed to the next example where some phrasal verbs have more than one meaning. See here, take off, to leave the ground and begin to fly. As you saw, this plane took off once the runway was clear. The helicopter took off from the platform. So this took off has more than one meaning. Here in this sentence, to remove clothing, he took his tie off. He took off his ties. This is a transitive verb, so it can be separable. Can you please take your feet off the coffee table? So take off is separated. The other meaning is to leave a place quickly. Intransitive phrasal verb. He saw me coming and took off in the other direction. The burglars took off before the police arrived. Another meaning is to become popular or successful. Here it is an intransitive phrasal verb. Sales of the new product have really taken off means they are on the rise. Here new song has taken off in the charts. It has another meaning to not work for a period of time. Here it is a transitive phrasal verb. Example in the sentence is, I felt sick, so I took a couple of days off work. See here, since it is a transitive, it can be separable, separated, took off. He took 2 weeks off work for his honeymoon. Is it clear, children? Some phrasal verbs have more than one meaning. Examples in the sentences here. The crew ran out of water and food before they could complete their expedition. In the third lesson, Empowered Women, you saw that the crew ran out of water. So, in this sentence, ran out is a phrasal verb which means to use completely. See, verb plus what is this? Preposition. Very good. So, the crew ran out of water and food before they could complete their expedition. Here it is a phrasal verb. In this sentence, the police personnel instructed the mob to go away from the place during the strike. See here, police and the mob, they are asking to go away from the place during the strike. In this particular sentence, go away is a phrasal verb which means what? To leave from the place. Is it clear, children? Here are a few exercises for you from your textbook. Pick out the idioms and phrases from the box and write them in the blanks given here. Find one's voice, lend an ear, sharp as a tack, over the moon, on the ball, bring it on, come across, get along, hang on, work out. Here you have to fill in with idioms and the other with the phrasal verbs. I have given here the answers for you. Competent means the idiom. Competent means on the ball. You saw on the ball is an idiom which means competent. We saw an example also. Become more confident in expressing oneself. So what is the idiom? Find one's voice. So find one's voice means to become more confident. Here over the moon. Over the moon means extremely happy. Sharp as a tack, which means mentally agile. Lend an ear. Lend an ear means to listen. Okay, listen. Here are phrasal verbs. Come across. Come across means to meet or find by chance. Work out. What does work out means? To exercise. Bring it on. What does bring it on mean? It means to accept a challenge with confidence. Here, get along. Get along means to have a friendly relationship. Hang on. Hang on means to keep something. Read the given sentences carefully and fill in with appropriate phrasal verbs. The phrasal verbs given here are get along with, take off, shut down, look after, warm up. This is on page number 67 and 68. The air hostess instructed the passengers to wear the seat belts during the takeoff, okay, which means moving very quickly. Venkat felt happy to get along with the neighbors in the new locality. Get along with means to have a friendly relationship with. There will be a shutdown next week in the office. What does shutdown means? To stop or to close or wind up. Doing warm up every day in the morning keeps one healthy. Warm up means to prepare for. The mother instructed the maid to look after the child carefully. Look after, the phrasal verb look after here means to take care of someone. Next exercise in your textbook on page number 68 is about Riya. Riya is a young dancer who feels contented and satisfied with herself. Let's hear what Riya says. Hi everyone, I am Riya, she says. I suppose I am really lucky because I don't put on weight. She doesn't put on weight easily. I never work out. Note down the phrasal verbs as we read about Riya. It's a very interesting passage. At the same time, you have to jot down the use of phrasal verbs. This is how you have to use. You have to use them in your daily conversation and improve your vocabulary. Okay? So, I repeat again. Riya is a young dancer who feels contented and satisfied with herself. Let's hear from her. Hi everyone, I am Riya. I suppose I am really lucky because I don't put on weight easily. I never work out in the gym. And the only time I stretch out is when I need something from the top shelf. I tried aerobics several times, but I couldn't keep up with the others. I take my pet for a walk thrice a day though, and that helps burn off the calories. I usually watch what I eat, but I sometimes binge on ice cream. Now look here, the phrasal verbs that you learnt from this particular passage about Riya is put on, work out, stretch out, keep up and burn off. We now move on to her sister Diya. My sister Diya is real fitness fanatic. She is a real fitness fanatic. Before she works out, she warms up. See, she warms up every day with push-ups, sit-ups, stretches and a jog around the park. She says it's important to build up good levels of strength and stamina. I don't want to overdo it though. A fitness regime like hers would tire me out. Here tire out is separated, separable transitive phrasal verb. So, warms up, build up, tire me out. Children, I hope you enjoyed this video and today you have learned idioms, phrases and phrasal verbs. Go to your textbook on page number 67 and 68. Please do work out exercise D, E and F, which we have almost covered in this particular video. I hope you enjoyed the class, and now sharing is very important. Sharing is caring, and also you learn a lot through sharing. Learning increases by sharing. So please do share this video with your friends. Bye-bye. See you next time with a new topic in the next class. Stay home, stay safe, stay tuned and keep learning. Most important. Bye-bye. Thank you.